Now, there are a lot of dark cartoon endings. Even Tom and Jerry, which I'm going to talk about in this video, there is an episode in which Tom dies and goes to heaven, or at least hallucinates it after getting hit by a piano. However, the episode I'd like to talk about is rather infamous, that being Blue Cat Blues, which is kind of a unique Tom and Jerry episode due to there being an inner monologue from Jerry.
Poor Tom. In a few minutes it'll all be over.
Now, even the first scene of the episode starts with the depressed Tom sad on the railroad tracks. Just above him, Jerry's inner monologue starts about how this happened, in which Tom falls head over heels for a nearby cat and starts to pamper her. However, she is also noticed and in turn even more pampered by Mr. Butch, a rich cat, which makes it obvious that the cat Tom loved is a gold digger. Due to Mr. Butch's superior wealth, he's able to give her more lavish gifts. We even see Tom spend all his savings on a ring. However, she shows Tom a far more larger one Butch bought her. This continues wherein Tom literally sells himself into slavery in order to buy her a car. However, Butch again is riding a immediately long car. This causes Tom to literally spiral as he literally starts drinking. Of course it's milk, but the implication is obvious, and Jerry having to save him from literally going down the gutter. Jerry, while still sad for Tom, still praises himself for having his own girl. However, exactly like Tom, his girl leaves him for a richer counterpart, and thus Jerry joins Tom on the train track, depressed, whilst we can hear an oncoming train in the background. The ending is dark on two levels. Obviously the fact that Tom and Jerry got so depressed that they were going to off themselves, which for a usually comedic slapstick show is very dark. However, the other implication is darker in my opinion. That's being the fact Tom and Jerry throughout their series are shown to be able to take tremendous amounts of physical. Of course, that is where the majority of the humour comes from, due to the slapstick nature of the series. However, this ending implies that they want to hurt themselves despite not being really able to die. Thus, in theory, they might just continuously get run over, unable to die from the train, despite the immense pain it will cause them. Now, whilst this is a rather depressing and bleak ending, I would like to clear up some misconceptions. First being that this is not the final episode / theatrical short film of Tom and Jerry, which it is commonly reported, though it does feel finale-esque. There was 11 more, and this run ended 2 years later in 1958, whereas Blue Cat Blues aired in 1956. And the other being the fact, whilst anybody could watch Tom and Jerry, during the original run, the target audience for Tom and Jerry was primarily adult-oriented, due to them being the primary theatre goers. Though of course a young audience could still watch and enjoy Tom and Jerry, thus they were able to have more adult themes, though Blue Cat Blues is particularly dark compared to other episodes. Though death wasn't the most taboo subject, considering a classic film like It's a Wonderful Life aired 10 years prior, which also dealt with the same dark subject as Blue Cat Blues. Overall, in my opinion, this is the darkest cartooning ending ever. Whilst there are others for sure, the ending implication, and considering how iconic the characters are, nothing tops this, though that is just my opinion, I could be wrong.